Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back to Girl Chat Sports. I'm Mel. That's Mo. We live
Heyo,
on
we
another
are live.
Wednesday.
Hump
It's officially the
day.
end of football season.
Yeah, how you feeling about that?
I've been mourning a little bit, I can't lie. But just means it's off season, so we're getting ready to win the Super Bowl. Just kidding.
Oh, you guys? Yeah, guys are just about as much getting ready as my team's just about much getting ready.
Hey, but at least we're making some changes that are effective. I know we got rid of our offensive line coach. We hired a new assistant for the defensive coordinator position. So, I mean, some changes, not a lot yet. We'll see what the off season does, but
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I need Vegas to figure out its weather.
Yeah,
It was
because
like,
as you can clearly see, I have a hoodie on. It's cold as you know what outside. And I was
I hear
out
you.
there and I came in and I was like, brr, like for real. It's
Freezing.
still winter. It's still technically winter. So we need to not get excited when you see a temperature shoot up to 60 when we know everywhere else around the country is snowing. It's still winter.
Fine with hoodie weather. That's great. But when it hit 80 this weekend and I was like in it, like having to like sweat through hoodies, like at the park with the dogs, I was like, what are we doing here? And then I see yesterday it was downpour raining up at my house. And then I see like tomorrow's or like Monday's high next week is like 50. So
yeah, we're winter. They only blessed us with the weekend because the Super Bowl was in LA. Take that as a blessing. And we move on. It's still winter, you know.
And keep it pushing.
Cali. We have to keep it pushing. It's windy. It's winter. It's going to come back and forth. We're not going to see consistency, warm weather consistently. Probably not until like the end of March, maybe mid-March, maybe.
Man, listen.
But everybody else is still, they still slumming it. So don't put your winter clothes up just yet, y'all. It's still winter out in this piece.
Just yet. No.
Still snowing in Reno. It's still winter. Yo, like for
real. We've got a couple guests coming up, but I just want to let people know, of course, we're going to be having some hot topics. We're going to assess Super Bowl, the halftime show, the commercials, which quarterback is now single and on the market again. We'll also get through another Jugadores Locos. There's still these players in the news, players and executives of football teams in the news. So we'll definitely touch upon that. We'll also discuss a little bit of the NFL stuff. And then All-Star Weekend is this weekend in Cleveland. Talk about cold.
In the winter, 27 degrees. Again, guys, it's winter. I really don't think they should put these All-Star games in those type of cities. I know you got to host a city, but that's tough. I'm sorry.
Those girls are going to be out there freezing their butts off.
Oh, man. They're going to be freezing. Well, hopefully their guys hook them up with nice fur coats.
Right.
While they're out there so they can look stylish in the part. You know what I mean? Faux fur, real fur, whatever. You need furry something.
We all are just coming off of Valentine's Day weekend.
Yes.
Of course, our former Golden Knight. And the Golden Knights are playing tonight. So hopefully you can multitask, be at the game, watch the show, share the show. We encourage everybody to get involved. Before we get in the spirit of Valentine's Day and in the spirit of Las Vegas sports, I thought this was really cute. So the UNLV baseball team has their home opener this Friday here in Las Vegas. They went on campus on Valentine's Day, and here's what they did.
Oh my God, Caroline. Hey, can you do me a favor? I want you to sweep me off my feet and go to our baseball games, home opener. Will you be my Valentine?
Love to.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Good afternoon, ladies. How would you like to be my Valentine and come to our home opener this weekend for baseball?
Okay.
That's what I love to see. Thank you so much. We'll see you out there. You call for Hank, I'll throw you a ball.
Okay.
I'm going.
You want to be my Valentine and come to opening day?
Oh, what's the
Opening day for baseball on Friday.
Okay, thank you.
Better see you there.
Oh.
Cool.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know why the last one cut out, but I thought that was really
I want Hank. I like Hank.
Maybe there was like 3 other ones. The TikTok was like 2.5 minutes long, but maybe UNLV sports need to start working on that kind of promotions for the rest of their sports events. Maybe they'll get some more fans involved, get the students there.
They need to send roses to people to recruit too.
Listen, so in honor of our next guest, I am currently wearing my elementary school basketball t-shirt jersey from when I played at Bitter Lake. Granted, in 5th and 6th grade, this was probably like a full-size t-shirt, and it's currently like a nice medium in style shirt
I don't know.
for
I feel like
now.
you were that size back in high school or something. You played some Zeke.
I
like,
wasn't this
shenanigans for
size in
power.
elementary school. I feel like
I'm very curious as to why you still can fit that shirt like that. But that's amazing.
So, in honor of youth in sports and the importance of of our youth being involved in sports, especially this day and age, we wanted to make sure we also emphasize the importance of that, and also bring on, of course, our guests, the co-founders of Greater Youth Sports Association, Coach Woodson and Annalise. Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh,
Welcome.
Hi. Welcome.
it's good to be back.
Yes, it's been a while. I think we were still pandemic-ish then.
Yeah.
We were.
We were.
Which I think we kind of are. I mean, masks are lifted, but I don't know. I still got mine tucked away in my car for sure when I'm out and about. But anyways, welcome to the show. In case anyone didn't see the interview with you guys last time you were on, maybe give us a rundown about Greater Youth Sports and what you guys, how you guys came up with that.
Take it away, Lise.
Sure. I mean, he always throws it to me, but it really was like his brainchild. So it started, Greater Youth Sports started super organically. Devontae was teaching at a local elementary school here in Vegas, and realized that a lot of the kids didn't have opportunities for sports. And not only that, but they needed that outlet, and they were showing that through different behavior issues and things like that. So it started with a really small, what was supposed to be a small soccer camp at his school. I think there was more than 150 kids that showed up to that camp. And that was just kind of the moment that we were like, okay, if this school needs it, there's probably more. So we kind of started with 3 schools and doing like little tournaments against those, against each other. And then expanded the program to encompass character development, as well as reading mentorship and pairing that with the sports. And today it's grown. We're actually in 24 schools this year. So from starting in 2018 with just 3 schools, it's just blown up. So that's kind of the quick overview. Is there anything, Devontae, that I'm missing there?
No, that's good.
So I have a question, since it was kind of like his brainchild. Were you into sports much when you were growing up, Annalise, or was it or did you get into sports because, of course, now, you meet Coach and you guys are, working things out, and he's been into sports. Like, what was your connection with sports growing up?
Yeah, so I've always loved sports. And actually, prior to Greater Youth Sports, I was working just on the game day entertainment team for the Arizona Cardinals. So I'm a big Cardinals fan. And I was looking to get deeper into sports. So when I met Devontae, he was like, oh, I'm doing this. And I just kind of worked on like marketing on the graphic side. He was like, do you want to just help me out with a flyer? So I kind of got involved in that way, but it was like so natural for me to kind of shift into that, and then to use sports in a way that we were giving back, and then giving back to kids who maybe didn't have that opportunity was huge. Because I grew up, I played a bunch of different sports when I was younger. I can't say I was very good. I tried them, but I wasn't great. And then I danced for a long time. So I had a lot of opportunities to do different activities. And to find out that there was so many kids that didn't have that was like, whoa. And I just jumped in. I was so ready to get involved. And so when he presented that idea, I was just like, yeah, how can I help build it up?
That's great. I mean, I definitely, we all know that I think the importance of youth sports. And I found it interesting when I came out here that there's not a lot for those younger kids that maybe aren't in middle or high school. And even some middle school students aren't able to play the sports that maybe they want to. So kind of, I know you came on also to kind of discuss what you have coming up. There's a big event you guys have. So we wanted to make sure you give us some information on that so we can talk about that as well.
Yes. So kind of just along the alley of, why sports are important and everything. We're actually putting like a little video together. It's like why sports are important, and it's kind of cool to see everyone's answers and everything. Like, oh, I grew up playing sports. You're wearing your old, what's that, basketball shirt,
Yeah.
Which I'm really impressed you fit into that, by the way. I don't know.
I probably
Isn't
need to
that
go to my
impressive?
mom's
I felt like she was that size. I swear to God, I said that earlier. I felt like she was that size in elementary.
Especially around
To fit
certain
that
areas. But I feel like if I found a picture of myself with it on when I was this young, like you would see that it was actually like a bigger, looser shirt. Just now it fits like a cute style. Just it wasn't that back then.
The fact that she can still wear it is just incredible.
Right? Just
Totally incredible.
Forever. You know, I've definitely seen some kids like with our original shirts from like the very first soccer clinic that we had, that first clinic, because we had like little jerseys for them. I've seen kids still wearing it. So like, you know, you never really think about that, but it's like it's something you just cherish, you know.
Hold on to it, yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much kind of going around that alley, it's when we found out how many, because I come from Washington State, but even there, like I didn't have the opportunity to really play a sport till middle school, just because the elementaries didn't have it kind of just readily available. Even when I was going to school, we had to always go to like a community center or something like that, and that was really just too expensive for my family to do it. So I just didn't play in elementary until middle school. But realizing that that didn't hit me until I got here and I was the PE teacher at the elementary level. I'm like, that didn't hit me. Like, man, these kids really don't have the opportunity. And then I look back in my life, I'm like, I didn't have the opportunity either. You know, like it was really just at the community center, it wasn't at the schools, you know, where it's like all the kids are there. So going to the statistics side of it, it's around 70% of low-income children don't have the opportunity because of cost. So when I found that out, I was like, okay, so we're living in a city right now where all these professional sports are coming here, and like literally like it's just exploding with all the sports fans. We got hockey, football, like they're talking about baseball, like Major League Baseball, Major League Soccer, like all this stuff is coming. But then if you go literally 5 minutes off the strip, and you can go to like hundreds and thousands of kids where they just aren't playing at all. So the professional sports is huge, but if we go to the youth sports side, it's really just a story of if you can pay, then you're going to be able to play, right? So we're saving youth sports. So our whole event is around, you know, our organizations, we've been able this year alone to impact close to like 3,000. All right. So we feel like we're out of that 3,000, it's about 95% of those kids represent the at-risk children. So they qualify for free or reduced lunch. So when I tell you those numbers, it's not like, okay, these are all kids who would just be able to afford it anyways. This is literally students who would not have any other option. Like there is no other option for them to play. So like we feel like we're saving youth sports. So this whole event, it's an actual event that we do a lot, part of our program called Character Night, where we have speakers come speak to the kids. All the kids dress up and that kind of thing. We're teaching them about leadership, just different themes like that. It's cool to see them like dress up, get awards and things like that. But we also blended it with our fundraiser where we're saving youth sports. So our whole goal is to just raise enough funds to be able to impact 500 students this next year. So just saving youth sports, that's what it's all about. And the way we're raising it is through an online auction.
Awesome. Can you let us know give us a sneak peek on what some of those auction items could be that maybe we'd be able to see and bid for?
Oh yeah.
Or let the audience know. Yeah.
I was going to be going on your wall back there. Yeah. Me too. I was going to go right there on the left side right there.
Yeah, I have a blank canvas actually over on this side. Yes. What are you guys going to be auctioning though?
Go ahead, Lise.
So a couple of the really exciting items. So we got an authentic jersey from the Golden Knights that's signed by the whole team.
Oh wow!
And it's the gold one, the all gold jersey. It's really cool.
That's dope.
It's super cool. We have Las Vegas Raiders tickets.
Nice.
We have stays at some Airbnbs in town.
Nice.
And don't forget about Puerto Rico.
Oh,
Oh,
Puerto Rico.
listen.
Puerto Rico, yeah.
Puerto Rico. Let's go.
I like me a beach trip, so
Going
no say
down.
less. That's fun. Yeah.
And then we also we had a bunch of local artists that do like different sport. That's why I said about your walls. It's like they've done different paintings with different sports, sports teams or sports logos. There's jewelry. There's, I mean, there's all kinds of different items. I'm missing something. Oh, there's one where you can have like a family portrait painted. So it's like the sit down, like these big, beautiful portraits.
Oh, wow.
Have that done for you. So we've got some really great items in there that we're really excited about.
Okay, so
great.
you don't necessarily have to be at the event to participate in the auction. You can just go online. Now, when does that auction start? And then what's the time period for that auction?
So the site will actually go live the beginning of next week. And then the event is on March 3rd. So the auction will run. So people have about 2 weeks to bid on items. And then on March 3rd, it's the event. So it'll stay open through that night, and then it'll close that night. And at that point, the winners will be notified instantly if they were the top bid. So we're giving people time to kind of get in, look at the items, and kind of, if there was any bidding wars, we won't be mad at that. So
Yeah. It sounds like there will be on quite a few things. That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
I'm sure. I'd probably have to be checking it daily. Like, nope.
Yeah.
Let me get back in there.
Definitely.
And then all these proceeds go back to Greater Youth Sports and what you guys are doing for the kids, correct?
Yes. So it's really
Awesome.
got to a point now where it's like we've hit a point, like we've hit the point with where like the growth is just been so amazing. Like we have so many kids, we have 5 different leagues, we're literally all throughout Vegas, and we have like a wait list of schools. So kind of for us, like we look at that wait list like, man, this is like a couple more thousand kids that we could impact, but of course, as you're growing, you got to grow at a pace that suits, the needs of where you guys are at, like where we're at. So and we haven't really done a fundraiser up until really this point. Like we haven't done our own kind of fundraiser. This is the first one. We had one 2 years ago, but it was the weekend that everything shut down. Like it was literally that Saturday that everything shut down. So
Oh, man.
so like that was supposed to be our first one. So this is literally our first one of where it's kind of in-house. Our team is really, the efforts behind everything. And it's literally just going back to just ensure that, the 500 students are really just impacted. So we're very excited about it. And the thing I love about it is you have the option to come to the event. You also have the option to really just participate if you're just at home, you just want to bid on the items, get something cool, right? And also support a good cause. And it's all around sports, like it's literally up our alley, like all sports fans and everything. And it's like a couple items. I'm like, man, I want to bid on that. But, it's like, that's what I love about it. It's like all keeping that kind of family of sports, and where those pro sports, those pro sports fans can give back to kids. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about for sure.
It was really cool to see when we started reaching out for items, like the outpouring of items that we got from these different groups. So again, you can see, like the Golden Knights or it's cool to see them wanting to give back to their community and wanting to give back to the kids in this community. So that was really awesome to see as well.
Yeah, that is.
Wow.
It's really cool.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the best cause to do, and especially if it's about buying items. I mean, if I'm going to get a trip, I might as well buy a trip that goes back to helping the kids, right? As long as the price is right. I'm not going to go crazy bidding wars with people out there. But we'll definitely need you guys to share the link with us. Is that just on your website that it'll go live, or is there going to be a special?
Yeah, so we'll definitely be it'll be on our website, and then we'll also share it out to you guys as well.
Perfect.
We're gonna be posting like crazy on our social media as well with it. I will have to we'll do some videos and stuff to kind of promote it from your side as well. But I do have one question for each of you. So I've been kind of, like I was saying before, putting a video together and seeing like why sports are important. I get asked this question all the time. I'm always explaining it. But I'd love to hear just different answers. So let's start with Mo. why are sports
Who's
important?
interviewing who here now? No.
Oh, I love it.
Right.
Leave it to Coach to come on and start
Right.
taking over.
Right, right.
I have to say, not only is it healthy physically, and I think it's also mental health. I think that's the key indicator for having sports. I think it kind of gives you a certain type of mental toughness, some sort of awareness, kind of giving you how should I say this? Great self-esteem and all those components that go into being on a team and forming bonds and relationships, and then having some sort of discipline to kind of plan your life out accordingly that carries on to you into adulthood. So for me, I think sports is just the key components is the mental health and the physical health, of course, staying in shape, that kind of thing. But I think it's more so of the mental health. I think that's something that we take for granted or don't think about too much consciously. But I think when you go into a sport, it kind of opens you up to seeing what some of these players go through and actively training and some of their backgrounds and then the relative stories and the forming of friendships and bonds and all that. And then having the direction, if they don't have it at home, but listening to a coach or someone that can be a mentor to them. So sports definitely for me is that type of importance to have. I don't know how the world would be without sports. I guess everybody would be painting or writing
I think
music.
we felt that during
Or
the
I don't know.
pandemic.
You wanna see
During the
my-
pandemic, I mean, I felt it a little bit, but we were still playing games and things like that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
imagine there was
yeah.
no games, nothing of anything of competition or anything to help build you grow to do better. Like, what if you didn't have that? So, yeah, that would be
Oh
my
my
answer.
That was good. Good luck, Mel.
Good
No.
one. Yeah, right. I gotta follow up that. Jeez.
Nah, you got an
Um,
answer for sure. I already know, sis. You got an answer.
I know sports for me.
Talk about
It
your
helped me.
basketball experience.
What was that?
Talk about your basketball season for the Jersey.
Listen, if my brother was watching this, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, Melissa, show me," because I always wore ankle casts. Like in middle school, high school, I basically had bad ankles. I messed my ankles up real bad, like my freshman year of high school. From that point on, I was like double taping and then having air casts on with like super high sneaker or super high basketball shoes before they were even really had many high basketball. I had like high tops, but that's beside the point. I think for sports, for me, it was just not only, I mean, not like I wasn't paying attention or listening to my parents. I definitely was a good kid, but I think it helps you be able to take direction and take criticism from somebody other than your parents and be able to respect that and follow through. I know for me also being like in this elementary school stage, I was also able to meet people that weren't in my school. So I was able to see, other kids in the different schools and be able to bond with them. And some of them I still know to this day, just because I played, sports, and it wasn't necessarily at my school. I was able to meet kids from other schools in a healthy way, you could say, as opposed to what some of these kids do nowadays. And you get bonds with kids, and you also meet kids that maybe you go to school with, but you maybe aren't in the same, like, I guess the same clique or whatever. You don't, that's one thing kids don't, realize is that also when you're getting into like middle school, high school, these kids, you get kind of cliquey, and there's the jocks, or there's the nerds, or there's, musicians, or there's artists or whatever. But when it comes to sports, a lot of those intertwine. And so you're able to meet friends that maybe you wouldn't already be speaking with or interacting with. And so that sports kind of gives you that same ground. And then, of course, like Mo said, of course, it's exercise, it's getting outside. I think there's so much of a lack of that these days. I see these kids, and they're stuck behind video games, all the iPads and phones I see in restaurants with kids. I'm like, we never had that. Like of course we didn't have it, but even if we did, I don't even know if my parents would have been okay with it. Like, it's just, it's became like a little backup for everything. But I just wish that more kids would get outside, smell the fresh air. I mean, especially here in Las Vegas, especially in times like now when it's decent to be outside, you're not in 115-degree weather, you're able to enjoy the outdoors, get fresh air. Like, that's the best thing. So
I felt like I still, as a kid growing up here, played in the heat and didn't even realize we were in the heat, because that's what water hoses were for. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But we were outside playing. So, I mean, to Mel's point, you have the interaction of being socialized, I think, is the big key thing with sports, and like to your point of them being just hunkered in, playing video games and, always on the phone or iPads and stuff. It just isn't conducive. And again, that's the mental thing too, because you get into a different type of realm where sports is just, it's a good
And
outlet.
not to knock individual sports, but
No.
group sports really gives you that interaction. I know
It sure
there's
does.
some people I know, and you can probably see it from some of like the UFC MMA kind of stuff too. A lot of these individual sport people are built a different way. They don't have those same social skills as people that have been in group sports and have to rely on teammates and communicate well with teammates to be able to get the job done. So I think that's huge. And so that's, I'm always here to support you guys. I think what you guys do is amazing. And I think for sure, kids definitely need more sports in their lives outside of a video game.
Yes.
Video games pay. Don't get me wrong. If you're a good top EA person, you can make thousands of dollars. Don't get me wrong, but let that, kind of go and coincide with being outside too a little bit.
Have an outdoor break here and there.
Yeah, exactly. You need it. You need it.
We got to get you guys out to an event here pretty soon.
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
Let's see. What was that? Not this year, but last year we saw you at the ball drive. There we go.
Yes, Christmas time. Yes, that was good times. Was good times. Yes. So the event again is March 3rd.
March 3rd. Yes.
Okay, and it's at where? At UNLV?
It's at UNLV, the student ballroom. If you guys have never been to a character night, it's like we bring all the students together. They dress up. So like imagine all the schools that we have, all their teams that play against each other, all their competition teams, all those kids come out to that night. So again, like to your point, Mel, they're seeing different students from other schools all dressed up. They might be playing each other in the tournament in a couple of days, so they're all like hyped up and stuff. They're getting awards, and they're also hearing from just different speakers about just different themes, just to hear from just people that look like them, come from the same city as them a lot of the times, and just hearing about their own stories and being able to apply it to their own life, because a lot of times for kids, they're not listening to their parents. Sometimes it's not like they're trying, like you said, it's not like they're trying to be like that most of the time. But it's good to just have another person, just influencing them. So that's what Character Night's all about. We pack it up. So it's really a fun night.
Great.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
One last thing. So what's your guys' next, I don't know when seasons start or what the next activity or sport is for you guys. And if someone does watch this or catch this, like how do they get involved? Is it only if their kid goes to a certain school, or can they go online to look into it?
Yeah, so couple different ways. So right now we're in flag football season, going towards the tail end of the season. Soccer happens right after that, and that's our last season for the school year. So we do a full year of sports. We do basketball, flag football, and soccer. Some schools opt in to do cheerleading as well. It's really the school's option, but it's really, we partner with the schools. So like we're not an organization where it's just outside of the school and they kind of go outside, but we're literally at the school. A lot of the coaches are teachers, are PE teachers. So of course the student has to go to that school. Right now we're actually in a period where we have a few different areas where we're looking to grow in, add a few more schools. So the best way to kind of reach out to us is just our website, and then our email that's on the website. It's greateryouthsportsnv.org. And you just pretty much go on that website. If you're at a school or you're connected to a school somehow, just reach out to us. We'll reach back out and see if it's in that area. Then we can expand it, or you have to go on a wait list, unfortunately. But right now, this is the time where we're really looking, adding more schools, and then they would start in the fall season. So it's like a full year program.
Well, and hence why the fundraising is so important, is that you guys can get access to more schools. So the more that we help out and are able to contribute to this, the more we'll be able to see more schools involved in our areas, help more kids here in the Las Vegas Valley, and maybe they'll carry their little shirt with them until they get older too.
Yeah, right. They do.
Sure. So you guys, I really appreciate you. Again, it's Greater Youth Sports, and it's a Greater Youth Sport. I think. Mo put it.
I posted it.
greateryouthsportsnv.org. So if you know kids, or if you want to see what schools they're participating in, make sure to go on to their website to follow that. Also, it sounds like next week the silent auction goes live, so keep your eyes peeled for those amazing Amazing items that are up for grabs. Thanks to those that have been checking us out throughout the evening so far. I know Steph, she loves you guys, so she wanted to say hi too. So,
They
but
are
yeah,
awesome stuff.
From,
I
is
agree.
that Stephanie?
they are. They really are. Yeah.
There you go.
But thank you guys. Please keep us posted. We'll make sure to put all that information in our bio for the link of the show. And we can't wait to see you guys in person and to hopefully take part in this and keep us posted for, what else do you need from us? How else we can help?
Thank you guys so
Love
much.
it.
Thank
you so much.
you for
Thank
coming
you.
on.
Thanks, you guys.
Appreciate it.
appreciate you
It's good to
guys.
see your faces again.
I know.
Yes,
Same.
yes.
Yes.
Take
All right.
care. Bye. Oh man. That's good. Listen, it's all about the kids. Too many kids
Right.
out there not doing nothing. Or could be
Yeah.
doing something, So
Yeah, stay active.
Um,
I mean, I did that national youth sports program we had back in the day as summer activities with dance and racquetball and basketball and tennis. You could sign up for these things, and it was cool. It was a cool thing to do during the summer because not only did I get to interact with kids from different socioeconomic
Yeah.
backgrounds, but it was just one of those things that it was something to do for the summer, like a little camp. So
yeah.
as a kid, we look forward to it every summer. It was kind of great. Shout out to everybody tuning in, watching. Shout out to my
Yes,
dad. You're not
thank
watching the Lakers
you.
game, Dad? What's up with that?
What?
You'd rather watch
Mr.
our pretty
Sweets?
faces? I appreciate
He's
it. Thanks for the love and support.
multitasking. He's multitasking.
Yeah. He
I
might be
love
watching
it.
Golden State with my mom. The games are running
Okay.
simultaneously. Kente chimed in that the Golden
Oh,
State game is on
yeah.
too. I have the Lakers on. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens. They're up right now, but you never know. That changes when you're playing Utah. It's just early.
Listen, speaking of, we'll
early.
just get into basketball real quick since we're on the topic, but the
Yeah.
Celtics had won 9 straight games, okay? And they blew out the 76ers by 48 points. Of course, I'm like, oh, I'll just put them on my parlay card tonight. They've been 9, they're gonna do 10.
That's always how it is.
Celtics lost to the Pistons by 1 today. Blew up
Right.
my parlay ticket. And this is it. However, my Bulls came through. Listen, I will say this. DeMar DeRozan needs to be a candidate for the MVP. This man, with Caruso down, with Levine down, is keeping these Bulls alive almost as a one-man show. Not one man completely, but I mean, they said he's had
The
I
30
think-
points consecutively.
Yeah.
The other
Mhm.
Bull player to do it aside from Jordan. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm following him. Hey, you don't get any argument from me on that. I
And
think
what's
that's-
crazy about his
he's
game
great.
is that he's not shooting threes. He maybe has 1 or 2, but he's not shooting threes
No, he's just
normal
scoring in the
point
paint.
guard
He's
these-
doing his thing.
He's scoring like crazy. 35 points, 50%
Yeah.
average.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And they're
Not to
still
mention he's
second in the
featured in
East.
this month's GQ too, looking good. Rocking that John
Hey.
Elliott. Nice cornrows, fresh.
okay,
Check out the
okay.
GQ magazine, gents and ladies. Get some style ideas. They had him looking very, very sharp in that magazine because he is a star. And to your point, he could possibly be contender for MVP. I mean, that's not a really bad.
Well, and
no.
depending how the second, for the first half, I think he's definitely a contender. Hopefully the second half.
You guys are number 2 in the East right now. I can't even see otherwise why it wouldn't be a bad choice.
Especially
You
getting
know what I mean?
Caruso and Levine back.
You guys are doing your thing. You guys are doing your thing.
Yeah.
You are. You really are. You guys are playing up.
Yeah.
So we got All-Star weekend this weekend.
All-Star
like we
weekend.
mentioned on Cleveland. Wow.
It's
It's gonna be cold.
It's gonna be cold. So they've
27.
got some new stuff coming up. So first of all, Versus is teaming up with Bleacher Report, and they're gonna go live on Bleacher Report's app because they're having a highlight battle between Allen Iverson and Tracy McGrady, which I think this is gonna
T-Mac
be
and
pretty
Allen
intense.
Iverson. That's good.
Yes. Between AI and T-Mac, it's going down. So Allen Iverson's already been out there talking trash, but it's basically like a versus battle between their highlights. So it should be interesting. In the comments, feel free to let us know.
NFL, this is what you need in a Pro Bowl thing. Not to cut you off. This is what you need in Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
You need different types of events like this. Who can outthrow the ball from Tom Brady? Who can do this? Who can do this? Is what we need to make it exciting for these Pro Bowl weekends. You need little different skills competitions and legend competitions and celebrity tournaments and all this good stuff. Take a note.
That's on Friday during the day, the evening. It's at 5:00. Then they also, so Saturday is when they have the celebrity game, which are Dearica Hamby's to be part of.
Right.
Also, because it's in Cleveland, they have like Cleveland's mayor in there, Machine Gun Kelly, Miles Garrett will be in it. I think Tiffany Haddish, Jack Harlow, of course, Quavo is
Haddish.
there because Haddish. Sorry, I always say Haddish. I don't know why.
What? I love it. She doesn't. I don't know who Tiffany Haddish is, but go ahead. Keep going. I'm
Haddish.
sorry.
Haddish.
I like how you said that.
Haddish.
I like how you said that.
And Quavo. We all know Quavo. Quavo.
Quavo. How are you
Tomato,
so bad with these
tomato.
names? I don't understand what's going on right now.
I don't know. I feel like I've always said Tiffany Haddish though. So
Yeah,
that's
I
just
don't
my
know why
fault.
you're saying that.
Anyway,
But I like it.
but they'll all be part of the All-Star game for the celebrities, coached by Dominic Wilkins and my
Yeah,
unfavorite Bill Walton. I can't stand. So he'll be there. The Rising Stars play at 6:00 on Friday our time. Saturday's the NBA with teaming up with HBCU. So they're gonna have Morgan State and Howard University on at 11 a.m. That's gonna be pretty. I mean, we've never had that before. They've never had the HBCU.
Yeah, it's not Southern, so I don't
on
care.
All-Star weekend.
But it's cool.
Of course, you
Whatever.
don't.
Keep going.
So skills.
No, that is
challenge.
dope though. That is dope.
Yeah, it is. The skills challenge is a little bit different this year. So they've got 3-man teams. One team is 3 guys from the Cavs. The other team is Giannis and his 2 brothers. So
Okay.
And then of course it's a team of 3 rookies. So that's amazing. That's a
Nice.
whole new thing. I think that would be a good thing they could do in a NFL type Pro Bowl situation. You could have, the Watt brothers teaming up against, 3, I just think it'd be interesting to have more things.
I mean, there's a lot of things this league
Yeah.
could do. They don't do. There's a lot of great things. Trust me, that they
Right.
could do that they don't do. But
Right.
that would be a good appeal for a Pro Bowl for sure.
We've got the 3-point contest highlighted by Levine, McCollum, Patty.
Oh, that's going to be
Mills,
good. I
Cat,
look forward to
Van
that.
Fleet, Trey Young. Yeah.
I like
Here's
that.
what I'm disappointed in with All-Star Weekend, because I like All-Star Weekend. It's a dunk contest, and it's always gotten a little bit worse as years goes on, of course,
Mhm.
because of lack of participation by players. This year there's 4 people in the dunk contest. 4.
Who is it?
Cole Anthony, Jalen Green, the runner-up last year, Obi, and then
Obi
Juan
Toppin?
Toscano Anderson. Yeah. So, but 4
Okay.
players. No. When we were growing up, the dunk contest had like 10 to 15 guys. That were
I mean,
dunking.
4 is good, because the thing of it is we need to first of all, when you put too many in, the dunks start getting redundant and start looking the same. If you got 4 key players that can get out there and be creative with
I need to see
dunks
more. I
that
wanna see more.
make it last, and I'm sure they're going to go 2 and 3 times too on this, Mel. But if you got 4 key ones that are making it showstop, I'm fine with that, because I get lost.
Are
in
they
the
key?
shuffle
The
when you
names
have-
I just mentioned, are they key?
Yeah, all of those guys are keys.
Okay,
What are you
the
talking about?
runner-up. I don't
Yeah,
know.
let's go. Yeah, they're young Tito's. We want to see this. What do you want? You want LeBron to get out there and try to dunk? Is that
Well,
what you
no,
want
of course not.
Okay,
He
well, I don't
can't.
know
He'll
what you're
lose his
asking for
wig.
right now.
I mean,
Like, none of these stars are going to do it anymore like they used to, but these young Tito's have it. They have what it takes. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. 4 works. We don't need
Okay.
to keep having 7 multiple. Then you see the capes come on, and you see Star Wars stuff, and then you see all
I
this
know.
trickery and cars. They could do that with 4 players, and I think be okay. Like,
Well,
because
as
what
long
you
as
don't
they
want is
give
to
them
be.
multiple attempt, I want to see multiple dunks. I just don't want to see 2 dunks and 4 dunks. Then we're in a semifinal, and then we're in a fight. Like, no, like I
I think they're going to get a
see
chance
more
to do a
dunks.
couple. I think it's probably
Okay.
going to be set up where they're going to do some couple ones that are going to be unique. But that's all. 4 players is
Okay.
fine. I mean, how
Okay.
long are you going to drag this thing? I mean,
I
seriously.
don't know. I mean,
You
okay.
just want to see them
So
all dunk. They can only do so much, Mel, on a dunk. I mean, you can do a windmill.
it's
you
just
can
my
do behind-
favorite part, and I want to complain about it. No.
Well, don't complain. Just sit back and watch it and see what
All right.
happens.
I
This
will
is a
give
new
my
thing.
honest review.
And then when we
next
come back
week.
this next week, we could talk about it. And if
For
you're
sure.
right, then I'll shut up forever
Okay.
about it. But just give it a chance.
Ooh, y'all hear
Give it a
that? So Sunday they have the NBA G League Next Gen team. So they've got the G League Ignite, and then I guess the local team there, Cleveland Charge. They start at 11 a.m. And of course, All-Star game is 5 p.m. our time on Sunday.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. So
Yeah.
James and Ben are at their new homes. They seem to be happy.
James ain't playing, but okay.
Well, Ben is. I mean, they're both there. They're just not really playing yet.
James didn't sign his contract in time for the deadline, so I don't know what kind of trickery he has up his sleeve.
Did you see
But he
the
wore-
outfit he had on?
Yeah, he wore a horrible outfit last night, and I'm sorry.
It
I
was
don't
terrible.
understand it. At first, I didn't think he had any arms. The shoulder pads were so out there. What are we doing?
I was just thinking, like, Theo on the Cosby Show, and he just had like a handmade outfit. Like he had that
That
weird
Gordon
blouse
Gartrell,
thing.
the Gordon Gartrell.
Yeah,
It's the best
but
episode ever.
man, listen,
That thing
I don't
was
know.
terrible. I don't even know who the designer was.
Does
but it
he
wasn't
have
for
a
him.
stylist, or I can't. It
I
was
think he
too
went off
much.
the rip on his own with that. I think the stylist
Or
tried
he
to talk
took it
him
out the
off
dumpster
ledge.
on the way in. Maybe. I mean,
that
it
too.
could've-
I don't know. But not every fashion stylist for everybody. There's height,
Sure.
there's build, there's all of these things.
I just don't
that
think
you have to
that's for
factor
anybody.
in.
I don't think that jacket is for
And I never even saw that piece on a runway. So I don't know what the heck that was. I really don't. As many fashion shows as I watch, I don't know. I don't recognize that piece whatsoever. And the memes were coming for him too. Like
for sure.
I don't even know what to describe what that looked like. Lego said, I don't know what that was. I really don't know what that was.
I can't. There's no words for it. So anyway,
it was terrible. It's god awful. I hate to say it, but it was.
Also in terrible news, Zion may need another surgery. Okay. This guy hasn't played all season. And we thought he was coming back, and then he hurt himself again, and he wasn't feeling good in December. His foot wasn't feeling right. So we're in February, folks. Like, at what point do you just say get the surgery and let's just get over it?
Like I said, I feel like he finessed us and did a Jamarcus Russell to the whole league and to that franchise. Honestly, I mean, it started when he was here for this summer league. Foot got caught up, twisted in the shoe. That whole little incident. Ever since then, it's been a downward spiral. That right then and there determined for me, in my opinion, with him was that he's very injury prone, and this man is going to be made of glass. And I don't know if his weight is going to be a factor of.
The weight, I think, has always been a factor,
But I mean, just the statue. I mean, because Shaq was a big guy, but Shaq didn't have too many injuries. Like,
but Shaq was a lot taller too, so we could even that weight out.
He leaned out a little bit, but he still was a big guy.
Sure.
Like, so I don't know. That's why I say, what is he eating? What's in his diet that's making him?
Well, the thing too is that Shaq started out pretty slim. I mean, he in his first rookie seasons for the Magic, he was pretty slim compared to Zion. He's still like in a rookie-esque era, and he's big, like big.
Football may have been a better option for him. I don't know, but no, maybe not, because he would have got hurt there. You would have never seen him step on turf at one time. So.
Last basketball related post we got here. So Mo, you sent this to me. This is beautiful.
Oh yeah,
absolutely beautiful. The Tiffany and Company Wilson basketball is going to be able to be sold or purchased by fans for All-Star Weekend at the price tag of $575.
It's Tiffany. I mean, that's what it. I'm shocked it's even that cheap. I hate to call it cheap, but I'm surprised
it's beautiful
it's that inexpensive.
It's beautiful.
I mean, it's expensive, but for Tiffany, I'm just surprised it's even like that.
I mean, I'd probably want a Tiffany necklace for that, but it's still a beautiful ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
but you can probably flip that ball.
You can't play with no $575 ball. Like,
I feel like you could flip that ball though and see how much it'd be.
StockX.
Yeah. Probably be worth something. But they have them mass produced. Any fan can buy them if you go on Tiffany's website once they release it, I suppose. And see where it goes.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna get into some hot topics. NFL Super Bowl Sunday has came and left. Today the Rams got to have their parade, and even though it may have seemed a little sparse out there in the
it was sparse. Seems what are you talking about? It was sparse. On a Wednesday when people have to work.
It was definitely sparse. I mean, but here's the thing: Super Bowl parades are always on Wednesday. I don't know what it is. Ours on Wednesday.
Wednesday in LA when people have to work is like real hump day.
But I mean, if you're a true fan, if they are a true fan, you take off.
Well, that's the ones that were there that you saw. That's who you saw probably.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I'm telling you, Raiders run LA. There is no. Hopefully the fan base will pick up now with the younger kids. We'll look at the Rams and
now they won a Super Bowl. All the new jerseys are being sold.
You're going to see probably a bigger fan base, which is good for the city because they need that. But yeah,
for sure. Yeah, so some highlights of that were, of course, if anyone watched Matt Stafford, Matthew, as his wife says.
Yes,
it's not Matt, it's Matthew.
Yeah. Get it right.
Get it right.
You pronounced that one right, didn't you?
He was getting a little tipsy during the parade or during the speech. We'll show you that.
I'm kind of that guy that, hey, if I'm sitting down and I'm not watching, we're playing good on defense, I'm going to keep doing that. I'm a little superstitious. So we were playing good when I was not watching on defense. So I sat down, looked at the ground, just said, hey, I know the defense going to make a play. And, I mean, come on with Aaron Donald, y'all. I mean, are we kidding? We throw a touchdown to Cooper Kupp, who makes the play. Give it up for Cooper Kupp. Ridiculous. The guys, I didn't even know it was 4th down. I feel like a bad player for that, but you know what? At the same time, I'm damn happy to be standing up here with you guys celebrating. Come on.
Come on. Come on. Come
That
on.
same DJ.
And of course, shortly after that was started, you see Tom Brady chiming in, like, mixing a little water, Matt. Trust me, because we all know how Tom was during their parade,
carry him out.
tipsy, coming off that boat.
They had to carry him. Had to carry
Matthew
my boy.
was feeling it today. I'm sure all these guys are enjoying the day. I know some of them went to Disneyland yesterday. They've already got their rings fitted, so it's been a good time. But I think a kind of a highlight for most of us, at least ladies, would be Aaron Donald shirtless. I mean,
oh yeah, I mean that's the only thing I could take away from this whole parade was the shirtless Aaron Donald, which I was. Happy to
I
see.
can't be mad at that. I mean,
I was very happy to see
sometimes
that.
it's nice to see the guys outside of their uniforms. So
I was very happy to see that because he looked great. I have a thing for teddy bears, and I love teddy bears, and so that made my day. That's the only takeaway I have from this. Matt sounded like any guy you hear at the bar sitting next to you that's tipsy. Come on over here. Let me introduce you to my friend.
He was the guy at the Rams bar for sure.
Yeah, like, come on, let me show you my friend. Come over here, come over here. Like that guy, it's like, I really don't want to meet him right now, but he's like, no, you got to meet. That's how his drunken status was. But it was cute. It was cute to see.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
cute.
Water goes a long way with 1942.
I'm sure it does. I don't know from experience, but I can assure that it does. Water goes better with anything that you're drinking to help you out. The Super Bowl 56 was also the most watched TV show in 5 years. If that don't show you how much we didn't want to see Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, any of these folks in the Super Bowl, I don't know what else.
This had to be it. That was a good look. Yeah.
Or it could have been the halftime show, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people showed up for that. Shout out to the millennials and the Gen Xers who were parents now and grandparents and having these kids on TikToks looking at the show, and they're trying to. I mean, wow!
I'm sure if I had kids, that would have been me with getting filmed.
They probably would have
been
like,
TikTok.
"Oh my God, what are you doing?"
I had to watch it. I probably watched it 2 or 3 times now.
I've watched it too. It was good. It was good.
It was good.
I won't say
I
it
need
was
it
the
to
best.
be longer. I would need it to be longer. And I think that the song choices could have been better.
Well, they had to be produced by Dre. So Mary's songs are the Dre songs produced by Dre. So you're not going to get Real Love. You're not going to get, all our other stuff.
And her songs were fine. And, it was nice seeing 50 drop in.
Slowly, and they showed the back scene of him getting up on that bar. I mean, most of us can't do that.
Yeah.
As we're complaining about
you might want to talk about him being heavy. No,
he's actually strong. He's
lifted himself up on that bar.
He's got muscles. He literally lifted himself up on that bar.
Not
put his legs through. I couldn't
anymore.
even do that.
He's
a whole $1 bill, but he's a muscular whole $1 bill.
Yeah, shoot. I ain't mad at him.
It was a good show. It was good. I think Kendrick was the one that only understood the full assignment of it all. I think that's more of a performance for me. I know Kendrick does that in his concerts where he gets really into all of that. Plus the messaging was there. Like he understood the whole assignment. He was wearing Virgil Abloh, paying homage to the latest last piece of what Virgil's designed. He had the Tiffany jewelry on his lapel. He had, the best choice songs, Bad City and, All Right. I mean, that was so fitting and it worked. And the choreography, shout out to Fatima Robinson. She's been doing this for years. This woman has choreographed some of the greatest, between Janet Jackson to Aaliyah to all these videos over time. And to see her choreograph that whole thing was just, she did her thing with that and those dancers. And it was typical LA. Like you saw the nostalgia of the set. You saw the map of the city. You saw the drill teams. I mean, drill teams is big in LA. So you saw that drill team thing in it. I thought it was a good show. I didn't think it was the best, but I thought it was good. I thought it was good for what it was. And for those that don't go to concerts and stuff too often to see those legends come up on stage. I mean, I'm sure that meant a lot to you to see that. I'm a festival
Well, and I
goer
think
to
most of us
shows, and it's like,
now want to see another like
yeah,
Up
now
in
you
Smoke
want to go.
tour. Like now
Now
we
you
need
want to
that
see,
part
yeah,
too.
you
We
do.
need
I
it.
mean,
You
you need
know?
it. You need Ice Cube too. I mean, I'm sorry, LA. We need
Yeah,
Ice
for
Cube.
sure.
You need Ice Cube to make that really even happen with that whole thing. If he could brought it NWA, if the cars could have hopped when they were still doing Still Dre, if the cars had circled around it, I just would have wanted to direct this whole
I would
thing.
have been fine without the whole stage if they were all just doing it
Yes.
from Lowriders.
Yes,
That would have
Lowriders
been
or
nice. We could have
something,
cut out a lot of
yeah.
time by the setup and takedown of a whole stage that wasn't really necessary.
You got to understand, it's only
mean,
what, 11 minutes, 12 minutes tops.
I think it was
is
13
halftime.
minutes. Tops,
13 minutes for halftime. That's, yeah. People always think halftimes are like a half hour. I guess the shows do seem longer when there are musicians and stuff up there, and there's all of that. But yeah, that was a quick 13 minutes. It went fast. It went fast.
Definitely.
It went
was
fast.
definitely.
But it was cool.
Did you enjoy the commercials? Were there any favorites that stuck out to you?
Oh yeah, there was quite a few.
Well, I'm sure all of us could mention the little kids that had the NFL players coming out them at the TV.
Oh yeah, the toys, that was cute.
I mean, yeah, that was
cute.
I mean, it was great. You know, Marshawn Lynch was one of them. There was greats. There was guys that were in the league a long time ago, and there were some new guys in there. DK Metcalf was one of them. Like, it was just great to see that, and I think the kids, that was just a great commercial. That was
you had a lot of Seahawk fans favorites in that one, so that was cool. I did like seeing the Toyota commercial with the Sopranos intro and seeing the kids grown up meeting. I liked that. There were a few other ones. I like the one with who was it?
Jim Carrey, the cable guy. The cable guy was good.
That was Eugene Levy was good with him getting in the vehicle and playing all these different roles. I mean, they were all cute.
Dr. Evil one was good too.
Yeah, Dr. Evil with Scott. That was good.
Scott.
That was good.
Yeah,
the Austin Powers homage. They're all there. That was good. Yeah,
I also enjoyed the I think it was Rocket Mortgage when it had the Barbies, and they're like, well, there's another property at for sale, and it was He-Man's castle, and I was like, oh, it was just kind of like it was good fitting for those 80s babies that are there watching the halftime show to then.
Well, that's
see
who
Barbies
we were. I
He-Man.
could see that. Yeah, that was cute.
We had both those, so that was
we did.
I enjoyed the commercials.
I like.
Stephanie said she didn't care for the commercials as much this year.
She wasn't impressed with the stage. Kente said Prince was the best. Of course, yes. Prince Manifested Rain. By far, that is always be the best halftime show you've ever seen in your life, if you could see it. And I've seen Prince live before in person. He's amazing. I'm a fan, so I'm going to be totally biased when I always say the Prince one. My second one off of that is Beyonce. I like the Beyonce halftime show. Katy Perry's was dope. The girl came out on a big mechanical lion. That was dope. And then
I feel like she always comes in on something. Like, she's one of those people, those entertainers that's always on a fixture that's flying.
Yeah. But that's a show, and that's what you want to see. Like, you gotta go grand. If you're gonna do a Super Bowl show and you know this is the most watched thing, you've got to go.
But I don't even know if they could do that from SoFi Stadium because their roof really isn't a real
I think they did
roof,
the fireworks at the end. Like, they had fireworks going outside shooting up.
Gotcha.
But they could have done the flames or something. They do that in stadiums. That could happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it was good. It was good to hear the songs.
But it's gonna be a remembrance. You know, we'll always remember the Super Bowl because of the halftime show. So I think that's good. It made its point, and I think
a lot of people would never have thought CNC walking on national stage would be a feat to see, but it was good. It was really good to see that.
Or Snoop hitting his joint prior to starting the halftime.
Yeah, they weren't supposed to show that though. That was just an invasion of his privacy. Leave that man alone. You knew he was going to do that.
But
anyway.
I mean, we all knew he was going to do it. We were just surprised it wasn't during the show. You know, so,
everybody was expecting it during the show if he was going to light up.
It's legal in California. It's legal in a lot of states now. So it's kind of like, why? You know,
I don't think they could do it because of a public audience. I don't think you're allowed. You're only allowed, like the Nevada law, you're only allowed in your home. You know, you can't really do it. You can't do it in restaurants or clubs, can you? No, not supposed to.
No, I don't know.
You can't do it in a stadium. But we knew he was going to do it somewhere.
Yeah,
that's the thing. You knew he was going to do it somewhere. So
we just weren't sure where. So it was great to see.
I would have liked to see him bring Martha Stewart out. Why not? He goes downstairs in the house. I love how he had a picture of his mom and stuff, but it would be nice if Martha was like in a
Yes.
little pretend kitchen cooking and he goes
Super
over there and
sweet.
raps to her.
Aw,
That would have been dope,
man.
right? That would've
Yeah,
been
but not
funny and
really
fantastic.
musically, not really entertainment wise. Maybe if he was working on his like, his TV promos or whatnot. But yeah, so
So also
Um,
too, if you have your Verizon phone, like I was showing you the video, if
yeah,
you have your
I
Verizon,
got the video.
they have a link.
Which
they
I'm mad you didn't
text.
hit me because
No, you
I
have
would have watched.
Verizon, right? You said you have
Yeah.
Verizon. You got a
Oh,
text
so you
message.
can still watch it? No, I never got a text message.
Well, maybe you don't have Verizon anymore then, because everybody got a
have
text message from
Verizon.
Verizon that day with the link right before the game. They sent you a text saying, "Check it out." I don't know what you were doing.
Is
but
it
you
for
missed
the
a
like
text message.
the because
It was
we
a
have
regular
family
text
plan.
message.
So I don't know if it got sent to like the holder of the account's phone and not like all the phone numbers on it.
Oh, I don't know if you're not the. I don't know
I'll
how
have to
that
ask
works.
my brother. We're all
Oh, if you
under
guys
my
are sharing a
brother.
family plan, then maybe it went to him.
Yeah.
But he could have
Yeah.
shared it. He could have totally shared it.
We all were a little too busy on Super Bowl Sunday enjoying the whole game. So it
Yeah.
worked out. But I'll show part of what you were talking about.
Yeah.
We don't have the music because, of course, we don't want to get banned.
Right.
So I have a little extra background music, but
But
you'll
it was
get
like
the
a
gist of
vantage
it.
point of seeing how.
Yeah, like
It looks
it
a
was great to see.
360.
Like it made you feel like you were there watching it in
Right.
person up front.
It was
and close.
cool.
So here you
It
go.
was so cool. Yeah. Yeah,
was
like
pretty
if
good.
you were like you're really there. Then you could move
And
your
seeing
phone.
Mary fall out. Yeah.
That was funny because I watched that when she was performing in real time and watching it through my phone. And when she fell back like that, I was like, "What did she?" Just
So was
do?
there like a camera doing? Was there like a 360 camera that allowed you to do?
Yeah, I
like
could
that?
toggle my phone. I could go and look up at the ceiling of sci-fi. I
that
could
I
turn
didn't
it to the
know.
crowd. I could do all of this. You just had to have your TV up with the volume because it ran.
Well,
It
if
was
you
supposed to
ever
sync
get
with
those
the
for
TV.
future events, just send it to me.
I had no
so I
idea you
know.
weren't a primary on your Verizon. I'm sorry. I thought maybe if you were Verizon, you got it. Like I sent it
Just
to
gives
everybody
me-
that was in the house with me, and I said, "Hey, check this out because you could share it." But I just thought you. Shoot, I didn't know. Didn't even know what you were doing for Super Bowl. What you have going on?
I had people over.
Oh,
I had some
okay.
people I had some friends that were in town, so I know I could meet up with you guys. And I told Andre that about that. But yeah, I had some other friends that were in town, and I also didn't want to be out like at a Super Bowl party and all the people with a freshly no mask mandate
Oh yeah.
or lifting of that. So yeah, we kicked back here, Domino's it, and I made some cookies, and we all just kicked back and relaxed. It was good times.
Oh, good. Very good.
Yeah.
And enjoyed a nice little halftime ditty.
The halftime show.
Yeah.
So also one thing that came up in the news too, in regards to, I mentioned a quarterback that's newly single. I don't even know why I thought this was going to last, but Aaron Rodgers and his ex-girlfriend now, Shailene Woodley, who we all know as an actress,
Big
called it
lies.
quits just shortly after Valentine's Day. So, hey, I guess we don't know if maybe she wanted him to move and he didn't. Maybe he wants to move and she doesn't want him to move. I don't know. Maybe what's or it just fizzled out.
Well, they were engaged too, right?
I believe so. Maybe that loss really hit him hard, and he
Maybe she was planning this a long time ago when he was on his immunized kick, and she couldn't do it then to throw him under the bus. Maybe it was like,
So
okay, the season's
wait
over.
till after Valentine's.
We need
Day.
to have this. We need to have a conversation. Yeah,
That
probably
works.
was. He probably was
You
on
can't be
some.
mad at that.
He probably was on some, we'll wait. Just ride
see how it
along with
goes.
this.
We'll see
I don't
how
want
it
to throw him
goes.
under the bus while he's in the face of controversy. What does that look like for my PR if I dump him? So she said, I'll dump him
Listen.
after Valentine's. That's kind of, I know her PR people are probably like, wow, finally.
He
I
really
don't know.
did
I don't
that.
know.
And some other love quandars. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is.
Quandaries.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Is that it?
Mhm.
Okay. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure.
So Jugadores Locos comes back.
Yeah.
Of course, on Super Bowl Sunday, I'm watching the game and then they get the little the notification. Adrian Peterson gets picked up at LAX on Sunday because there was a reported domestic violence incident with a woman and him on a plane bound for Houston. It was a verbal and physical altercation that someone had said, according to police reports. And from AP, he stated later that him and his wife had gotten into an argument on the plane. He ended up grabbing for her hand and took her ring off her finger. Might have left a scratch. She went on to Houston. He was detained in LA and posted bail. They're just having a little marriage, tiff. But of course, on a plane, and of course, everybody's super hyper, sensitive about everything these days on getting your nose in people's business. So she was never, I guess, struck or hit or her, felt threatened. Just it was a marriage issue tiff.
Yeah, but don't be grabbing me if I'm hot. He
Well,
should
he
have known
probably
that.
was making some kind of thing about, give me that ring back then. That's my, I paid for that. Who knows?
You don't be reaching and touching. You don't want us reaching and touching you when you hot and angry.
No,
Shoot,
you don't.
don't be reaching and touching us.
No, you don't. And also it came into light today, which it sounds like it happened back in 2016. So one of the, I think he's an executive that worked for the Cowboys under Jerry Jones. The Cowboys paid $2.4 million to 4 cheerleaders due to these accusations of voyeurism against their senior VP, Richard Dalrymple or whatever. This happened in 2016. Okay, they settled in 2016, and he still was in the same job and recently retired earlier this week on the 2nd. Apparently, ESPN started going into facts and started, looking into witnesses and asking questions to attorneys and such the last several weeks. So they don't know if that transpired into him finally making the retirement call, but nobody knew about this. It was hush hush.
The thing of it is he settled and still kept his job.
Well, because the cheerleaders, part of the agreement to get the money is that they couldn't talk about it. So they all got over $500,000 or whatnot. But
he still got to keep his job.
Yeah. And here's the kicker. He was also accused of using his phone to take a picture up the skirt of Jerry's daughter, Charlotte Jones, while they were in the draft war room.
Oh my God, he still had a job. That's what I'm saying.
If that was my father and that happened to me, listen, sir, you're not going to be on here no more.
You still had a job though. Why?
Jerry Jones.
But that was his daughter and he still had a job.
Which makes me even more scared for the rest. Listen, Cowboys fans know who your owner is for real.
I don't understand that.
It's sick and disgusting. So yeah, he retired, but he was with the team for 32 years. So the settlements in 2016. So this probably took place before that. It's wild. It's real.
I just have to shake my head.
I wanted to see what the update on the Vegas Golden Knights score is, because of course the guy that we got from the Sabres back in November, Jack Eichel, he makes his debut tonight. He had that neck injury. He hadn't played for probably almost throughout the season, but he comes in, starts tonight with Vegas Golden Knights. I just wasn't sure how they were doing. I think the game probably just started.
Let me check here, see what the score is.
Oh, 0-0 in the first. Got it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So that's good. So hopefully they can pull off a win with him.
Let's hope
there.
so. That'll be good.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah.
Also, congratulations to the Aces head coach Becky Hammon, who was picked as an inductee for the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, which will take place in June this summer. So that's dope for her. Her, along with 7 other ladies, I believe, or 6 other ladies, were all inducted to the Hall of Fame.
That's
Las
great.
Vegas also signed 6'7" center Kalani Brown.
Oh, good.
She was actually playing, or she is playing here with Athletes Unlimited. So that just
Okay.
goes to show you how exposure probably helps get you
Yeah.
some way. So she's ranked 10th in their league. She was from Baylor University alumni. She was 7th pick in the 2019 draft. She had an injury last year, which I think kept her out of some of the games. But hey, we got another center.
We need it.
We'll see how that goes.
And I think if she's rookie and coachable, that's what we need. So that's perfect.
And she's, I don't want to say this as a woman, but big body, like she can hold it down in the center position.
6'7",
you know what I mean?
She definitely can defend in the low post. That's what we needed.
Yeah. It's not some
her
weakling,
athleticism
you know what I mean?
and agility is good too. I hope all of that comes into factor. And no more drama. No more drama.
I just said Q Mary.
No more drama in my life. Like let's hope, Jeez.
Yeah. I want to get into some girl power before we do our sneaker drops. Of course, we've got to give it up for Erin Jackson.
Oh yeah. She did that.
The first Black woman to win any medal in speed skating, let alone a gold medal in the 500 speed skating. This girl on fire. She is fire.
I remember getting a text from my mother telling me about her. I said I saw it. She is amazing.
That's
what
great.
A beast.
And there's been some great stuff in the Olympics that's been happening. I haven't kept up with all of it.
And great controversy too.
Yes, indeed. What was her? I don't even know her name. The Russian skater.
Disparities between the Russian figure skater and Sha'Carri. Like, how are you not going to be? And honestly, I have to give it up to the commentators for the night because I'm trying to think that figure skater's name. What's her name? She competed. And you know how the commentators will always comment on the moves that they're making?
Yeah.
They sat silent in protest because they were saying that she shouldn't have been competing anyway.
Wow.
Yeah. It's Camila Villanova.
Camila. Did they ever say what she was positive for?
It's a cocktail substance that she takes that helps with her heart or something. It's like a performance enhancing drug of some sort that helps her to compete, apparently. But it's still considered an illegal substance.
And the excuse they made is that because she's still a child, like she's still not an adult, she's under 18.
But she's still competing in the Olympics, though.
Why does that matter? How old she is if she's competing?
Right. Oh shoot.
Uh-oh.
80 goes down. Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
I mean, he's down and he's rocking and he's in immense pain. Like it looks like it's serious.
Or
even Frank Vogel is on the court, hovered around. What is going on? And I missed the play to see what that is. But anyway, there's definitely a big disparity between her and Sha'Carri. I don't see why she was able to compete. And
it should be the same Olympic committee that deals with these.
Right. But people were saying because it's Russia, Russian allows it, where USA was the one that told Sha'Carri she couldn't compete. So I don't know.
Well,
I still feel like,
and I don't know. I'm just curious also if it based on like a marijuana versus something you need for your heart. I don't know. I mean,
does she need it for her heart percent?
I don't know. That's why I'm saying I would definitely need more like
details,
understanding on the situation. It does seem very shady. Mo's out. She wanted to watch her Lakers game, so I will take you and talk to you real quick about something else for girl power. So shout out to Alicia Gibbs. She sent this to me. The Power of Girls and Junior NBA are getting together. They're teaming up for the Girl Power Summit. It is her time to shine. So what this is basically it's a 3-day virtual summit with women's leaders like executives, WNBA players, advocates, influencers, professionals, civic leaders. They're delivering powerful content intended to help young girls between the ages of 11 and 16 with tools and resources designed to help them be more self-aware, confident, well-rounded leaders. It's a 3-day virtual summit, and you can go to thepowerofgirls.org/hertimetosshine and register for this, which I believe is in March. I don't have the exact date, so I'll keep it up with that, but definitely look forward to Her Time to Shine, the Power of the Girls and Junior NBA. So that's it.
I love that.
Welcome back.
I love that. Welcome
How's
back.
your guy doing? How's they doing?
No, he's not doing good. I just saw the replay and it doesn't look good. He went up for a rebound and the way he landed like his ankle He landed on his ankle, his foot turned and he literally it looked like he broke his ankle or something. That's how crazy it looked.
Well, LA, 9th place was fun.
It wouldn't have mattered anyway.
I mean, at this point, it's like, hopefully you make the playoffs.
I don't even want us to.
You just want
What's
them
the
draft
point?
picks now.
You're wasting a slot for we have no chance of winning a championship. What's the point? Let's just call it a wash and call it what it is.
Call it a wild card.
And then they're talking
Oh, my
about keeping
goodness.
the same lineup for next season. Do I need to walk away from this team? I don't want to walk away from my team.
I got some extra Bulls gear. I mean, I'm just.
No, I'm not going to go that far. But I'll probably just go up the coast, but I'm not going to go that far.
Like
But
Kings, Warriors.
The Warriors, if anything, but I wouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to go all the way up to the East. Even though if I were to pick an East team, I wouldn't be mad to do the Bulls. I mean, I got a Michael Jordan pop. I got some Bulls regalia.
All right, so DeMar DeRozan breaks tie with Wilt Chamberlain for the most consecutive 35-point games with 50% field goal.
What a beast.
Listen.
I'm listening.
If your name is being mentioned with Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, based on your stats,
I'm listening.
on, man.
I'm listening.
Come
You said,
on.
listen, I'm listening.
I'm just
hearing him. I'm
hear that.
Hearing all of that.
Understand him.
I'm understanding. He's dope.
Let's get into some sneakers so we can get out of here. Of course, we like to go over an hour and we have great guests too. So first up, of course, if you didn't know, these were the AJ3s that were on Eminem's feet. They were custom made and especially for him, the Slim Shady with the big E on the tongue. They were fire.
Yeah, they were.
I think people were trying to convince that got them confused with the Cardinals that are coming up pretty soon. I think it's on Saturday.
Yeah, the Cardinals are coming.
Those aren't
out.
them.
Mm-hmm. Those are like a blush red, like they're deeper, like a Bordeaux.
This has like that fire red, and
Yeah.
those are more like a Cardinal, like deeper. Yeah,
and they're
maroon- not
custom.
maroon,
I
but-
mean, stop it. These are not the same shoes. Yeah. You're not getting these
Right.
shoes.
Again, I know I've mentioned these ones before, but these are the Jordan 1 Retro High OGs. These are out on February 24th. So I believe that's next, Wednesday? Could be
I
on
think so.
Sunday.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Dunk Low Women's. You said, I think the animal
I
print
like
is the
these, the
name?
animal,
Yeah.
the Dunk Low and all the animal prints. So you got the
So these will be out here in 2022 at some point. But you got all, I mean,
Yes.
you can get any fit with this. It's all the colors, all the prints.
I'm telling you, the Dunk resale has surpassed Jordan. Like everybody wants Dunks. Like that's the shoe
That's
now.
crazy. Unbelievable. You've got Adidas with the Trey Young's
Oh, the Pixels, yeah.
coming
The
out
Toy
on the
Story
19th of February.
Mhm.
Always a good colorway. These ones. I'm not
Rick and
young enough
Morty.
to really know Rick and Morty, but
Rick and Morty. Everybody that knows the song, any of my little millennials out there know Rick and
so
Morty.
Puma, of course, has the
cartoon.
MBO1 Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
February 18th.
Those are cute.
The mellows are out.
They're cute. Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Like the song, like the cartoon. HBO Max has Rick and Morty, you guys.
I can't know.
Check it out.
Reebok, the Insta Pump, the Fury Zone. These come out on the 19th. Are these like slip-on pumps?
Yeah, I see no
can't with
laces
these.
in them, so maybe they are. And then
I don't like the fake kamikaze thing happening here because kamikazes should only be on kamikazes, first of all.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
I can't get down with these.
It's an interesting shoe.
Yeah. LeBron, the LeBron 9s, the Big Bang, releasing on the 18th.
And then he's got
I just
another
don't
LeBron
like
9 that's
LeBron.
out for All-Star.
It's
for
a
Cleveland.
new one, I think, coming out.
Yeah, it's pretty dope for the Cleveland.
Yeezys 350s, the Slate Red. These come out on the 17th, so tomorrow.
I kind of like those for Yeezys. That kind of reminds me of the
for
red and the red.
Yeezys, yeah, I would.
Kinda
I would. Yeah,
kind of remind me of those Red Octobers. That was the same kind of red it was.
right. I mean, they're nice. I like these ones better than any other pair of his shoes that
Yeah,
I've seen.
I can get with those. Yeah, for sure.
Like these ones.
They're
I'm
different,
sorry,
but I'm not mad at them.
So it's the Yeezy basketball knit called Energy Glow. They come out on the 18th. But here's my thing. What basketball player do you know wants to be in knit shoes?
I mean, the thing of it is, it's going to be like a Balenciaga, but cheaper. That's all it is. It's like a knit sneaker stock, like the Balenciagas or the Givenchy's, but cheaper. You're not paying $1,000.
Do we know if Yeezy is still wearing his Balenciaga big old black boots that he hasn't taken off for like
I
6
think
weeks?
so. I have surmised and come to the conclusion that this man maybe owns a week's pair and he rotates within the weeks.
I mean, of course, there's a way he does have that money. He probably could buy a whole new pair.
but I
every
still
day,
think
but
they have a little something going on with him.
yeah,
The strength is all
I
in his
know.
boots. He's doing some crazy
It's a lot.
moves in those boots, but I feel like he
It's-
has a pair each day of the week or something.
It's a whole lot. So, if you guys are just tuning in and it's the end of the show, feel free to watch the replay, whether you're on Facebook, Twitter, or our YouTube. Links will get posted later. Feel free to share, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Girl Chat Sports. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks again to our guests, the founders of Greater Youth Sports, Coach Devontae and Annalise. We appreciate you guys, and make sure to support the Greater Youth Sports organization
Yes.
and getting involved and taking part in silent auction. There's going to be some great items up for
Sure
grabs. So
is.
we'll make sure to post it on all our social media when we have that, so that you guys can help raise funds for this great organization and help those at-risk youth here in Las Vegas to get involved and be in sports. So we appreciate you all. Thank you, Alicia. We thank you for supporting and also giving me that great information on the girls summit that's coming up. But for everybody else, have a great week. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the All-Star. I am going to be taking a real close look at this dunk contest, Mo, because if it's terrible, you're eating your words next week.
I don't think it's going to be terrible. I think you just need to watch more basketball. Football season is over, and I think you need to focus on and look at the
I need more
depth of
dunks.
the
The
players.
4 players does not bring me
But
a
you
lot
need to
of
look at
dunks.
who those 4 players are, is what I'm saying. You're
Okay.
not watching who these
Yeah,
kids
I only
are.
know 2
You
of
need to
them.
watch
I
who
know
these
2 of
kids
them.
are and know that it's going to be a good effect. Trust me.
Okay. Well,
Okay?
I'm hoping. I'm
Have
taking
faith.
your advice
Let's
for
just give
it.
them a chance. Let's give the Tito's a chance. But these
Give
are some
the
strong
Tito's a
Tito's
chance.
that are coming into this competition. I think it's going to be
All right, y'all.
a good watch.
Okay. Well, we'll
All
see
right,
how
we
it is.
out,
So
huh?
enjoy. We out. We'll catch
Yeah.
y'all next week. Bye.
Pieces.